Alright, much Abrew about nothing time. Playing some Abzan Toughness in Modern, and we got a mulligan that one. This one we can keep. We can use Treefolk Harbinger to get a land if we need to. Nyx Fleece Ram. Do we want that? So we draw Ram, Harbinger for a land, then Ram, then Assault Formation. That actually seems kind of reasonable. And then we have the tower defense. We should be able to close it out pretty quick. Bloodstained Mire. On the other hand, if our Treefolk Harbinger gets Thought Seized, alright, it's not going to. That would be very bad. Monastery Swift Spear for our opponent. And a Bobble. So this looks like Death's Shadow, I assume. Cracks the Bobble. Takes a look at our Nyx Fleece Ram. Gets in for 2. Opponent gets to draw. We're just going to Verdant Catacombs, sack it, get a Murmuring Bosk, reveal our Treefolk Harbinger, play the Harbinger, and then search out a... Do we want Basic Forest? Yeah, we'll get Basic Forest, that's fine. And pass the turn. Probe for our opponent, draws a card, sees our hand. Godless Shrine, untapped, down to 13. Thought seizes to pump up the Swift Spear. I wonder if they just have to take Assault Formation. That would slow us down a lot. Opponent gets in for 3, and we take it. They do take our Assault Formation. Well, let's just Forest and get our Nyx Fleece Ram out there. Next turn, we can start leaving up removal if we want to. Step Links. And passes. Alright, we get to start gaining a life with our Nyx Fleece Ram. Razor Verge Thicket and pass the turn. Since we get to leave up removal, we're pretty safe to block these creatures and not get blown out. Windswept Heath pumps the Step Links with its landfall trigger. And our opponent passes. We gain a life. Well, we'll keep the Rams flowing. So we're going to be up to 2 life a turn. And eventually we're going to draw into another Assault Formation, a Chord of Calling, a Doran. Opponent probes again, down to 9. Cracks Windswept Heath, down to 8. Sacred Foundry, tapped. Pups the Links. Alright, we'll do some blocking. We might lose a Ram here to a Lightning Bolt. Yep, there's a bolt on the Ram. But we still have 1 left over, which is fine. So, gain a life. Ooh, Lingering Souls. Let's just pass for now. I don't really want to go completely shields down, just in case they manage to get, like, Become Immense, Teamer Battle Rage. That could beat us. Well, let's Path the Swift Spear. Abrupt Decay the Step Links. And then they can take our Tower Defense. Or our Lingering Souls, I guess. Takes the Lingering Souls. Yeah, we can still flash it back. Gain a life. Another Tower Defense. Well, if we ever draw a Doran effect, Tower Defense is going to close out the game really quick. Opponent passes. We gain a life. Chord of Calling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just get in with a Spirit. Put our opponent down to 5. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. There's the Death Shadow. And now we'll just Chord for our Doran. And then tower defense finishes off the game. So just swing with everything. Actually, that's pretty silly. Swing with our spirits. Tower defense. And that does it. Sweet. This deck actually seems pretty surprisingly good. We don't have any specific hate for this deck. Could bring in like Nameless Inversion as an extra removal spell. Not a huge fan of a Johnny here. Yeah, let's bring in Maelstrom Pulse and Nameless Inversion, go down the Johnnies. Seems like we do that a lot. Yeah, this is fine. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent, cracks it. And Wild Nicottle. Let's just Razor Verge Thicket. Birds of Paradise, pass the turn. Wooded Foothills, cracked. Swift Spear. Bobble pumps a Swift Spear. Opponent's all the way down to 2 cards already. Cracks it, looks at our top card. Yeah, we'll take our beats. Down to 15. And another Nicottle. Opponent gets to draw. Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Get a Murmuring Bosk. Reveal Treeful Carbinger. I'm tempted to just Maelstrom Pulse the Nicottles. That seems pretty good. Is there a way, could we lose to land? Yeah, we could. If they had land, well, it seems unlikely. They need land, Become Immense, and Teamer Battle Rage, and they could kill us. That's not going to happen. Alright, they only have 2 cards in hand, so I think this plan is fine. Let's just kill both Nicottles, pass the turn. If they have the 3 cards in hand and they are the 3 perfect cards to win, or they cycle into them, then we'll take the loss. Gets in with the Swift Spear. Hooting Mandrills. Let's Treefolk Harbinger. Search out a... Oh, mistakes were made. I should have cracked the fetch. I guess it doesn't matter. We weren't really going to need it here. Search out a Doran. Play Laguna Band Trailblazer, Windswept Teeth, and pass the turn. I should have cracked the fetch before playing the Harbinger, though. Because now we can't crack the fetch or we shuffle away our Doran. That could have been a big deal in a different situation, but in this situation, it is not. We'll take 4, and if they throw pump spells at it, we'll kill it. Alright, we draw our Doran. Crack Windswept Teeth. Down to 7. Get a 1, 2, 3. Let's just get a Plains. And then play Doran. Get in for 3 with the Treefolk Harbinger. Dismembers the Doran. Alright, well, can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. Does put our opponent down to 8. And also creates the possibility of winning next turn. Opponent attacks with Hooting Mandrills. We don't want to be dead to bolt. Let's just chump. See what our opponent does. Alright, so we path the Swift Spear. Yeah, we're just going for the win. Opponent gets a forest. Land? Another tower defense. So, assault formation. Attack with Tree Folk Harbinger. And hope our opponent doesn't have a bolt. Tower defense. Oh, got there. Oh, we've won so many games by tower defense. I can't believe how many wins we've gotten from exactly that card. Oh, nice.